I, 18F, have a wicked crush on my college roommate, 18F.
Okay, I made a throwaway because I just have to talk about this since I can't with anyone else I know. I, 18F, have a huge crush on my college roommate, 18F. I'm a lesbian and she knows this, and I'm pretty sure she's not straight. And probably bi. We get along very well. Honestly, we hit it off day one, which is amazing since we were randomly assigned. We're the same type of messy, don't drive each other that crazy, staying in the same few square feet that is a dorm. And generally just get along very well. Since I saw her for the first time moving in, I was pretty smitten. But I didn't want to be weird or a creep, so I've kept it to myself. That, and I'm not a blushing, stammering type. The first month of college we talked a lot and did all the college things within corona limits. And we went from talking in our desk chairs to across in our beds to in my bed. And then she started sleeping in my bed with me, which she was kinda homesick, so I figured maybe it helped to not be alone. That ended up persisting enough that we eventually just moved our beds together. Sometimes when we have some downtime we lay in bed and she'll settle into my shoulder and I'll hold her phone and we'll watch Grey's. We also joke and tease a lot. The kind of stuff like that's Skate, or when our Raw did a room inspection with the beds already together, we joked about what he thought. There's always this like undercurrent that it's just nothing though. So IDK. She's always really supportive though. Even though I've been going through a bunch of stuff. I've made some jokes trying to feel out the waters, but she would always just kind of laugh them off. So IDK. I guess my point here is I don't know if I'm reading too much into things. I know if I saw someone else doing this I'd think gay, but I don't want to be a creep. She also has another friendship back at home that seems like it might be something more as well. And while I don't want to assume, I don't want to impose either. I just don't want to mess everything up and ruin this. I'd rather have this unknown than ruin everything by saying my feelings. TLDR. I'm super gay for my college roommate and we kind of flirt, but I'm not sure if I'm reading too much into it. As much as I love They Were Roommates story, will you be able to continue living together comfortably if you confess and she says no? What if she does say yes and things don't work out later on while still living together? Roommates and romance can turn really messy very quickly, so my suggestion is tread lightly. If you think you can deal with all the possible outcomes, go for it. If not, wait till you aren't living together to shoot your shot.
Don't date your roommate. Be friends with your roommate. Next year, don't live together and then try dating.
You can pursue this, but don't forget the golden rule. Do not shit where you eat. If you want to pursue things with this girl, do it when you aren't living together. If you need to get this out of your system, start looking into ways you can switch dorms or move out if things go south. Just have the options ready in the back of your mind. That way you have an option ready if she doesn't take it well. Otherwise, wait until you move out, then ask her out. ETA. I do think she's interested in you, but you should also remember to look out for yourself. You two do sound cute together, and you may not be reading more into this than there is. But the advice to wait it out until you're no longer forced to live together is the best advice. When it's time to discuss living arrangements for the next year is the time to confess you have a crush. Unless things just happen naturally before then, which, based on your description of things, seems a likely outcome. As an experienced lesbian, let her make the first move. Find an opportunity to talk about past relationships, what you are looking for. Get a feel for what she says. My two best friends were freshman roommates. They did the same damn thing. They slept on the floor with their mattresses together. They lived together their sophomore year with their boyfriends, ended up leaving their boyfriends, and fell for each other. They're still together 5 years later and the cutest lesbian couple ever. One thing is that she may know you have a huge crush on her and is reveling in your attention. It feels good for someone to have a crush on you. You can bask in their adoration and feel special. Unfortunately, that doesn't mean they necessarily feel the same way or even want to pursue a relationship, because that changes the dynamics. Is that what's going on? I can't say, but I have known a lot of young, immature people who have strung their crushes along, so to speak, because they like having someone crush on them but had no intention to take it to the next level. The fact that you don't even know if she's interested in women definitively makes things complicated. Just proceed with caution if you want to try this out, and like others said, if it turns out that she doesn't want to date you, it's going to be a very, very long year at college. And this should go without saying, but don't make a move on her or try to kiss her without talking to her first. If she's not into you, it will feel like an aggression. Been there. It's not fun or romantic. It's scary and uncomfortable. Others I think are really hitting that right note. This is a really strong friendship you have in. If you confess your crush to her and she is flattered but not interested in a romantic relationship, it will change the dynamic. All of a sudden, she knows you desire something more, and it could produce this awkwardness that would always be there no matter how much both would perhaps try to ignore it. I think perhaps the first thing is to know for sure if she's gay. Sort of. Maybe she is. I think she could be as too enigmatic. Knowing if she is for sure will help at least prepare to tell her. Being a roommate, getting along really well, having this warm dynamic is beautiful. So if she isn't gay, at least that will perhaps settle things somewhat. If she is bi, that confirmation might help you decide better the next step going forward. You definitely shouldn't sleep with your roommate, but dude, I stopped reading after you said you're sharing a bed. That's not something platonic friends do every night, it just isn't. I never understand that we are so close and spend all our time together. But I don't know if she has someone back home. Like ask, I'd figure that out first, but probably nothing if she never talks about it. Frankly, it's college. You're going to make mistakes. If you need to change dorm rooms, you can. I say, first find out what the rules are on moving out so you know how tight of a bind you'll be in if things go badly. Then start giving hints that you care for her beyond friendship. Then have an actual conversation about it. She either likes you, or likes the attention from you but doesn't want anything more. If you have a backup plan for where you can live if this goes wrong, I would tell her, as there's only one way to find out. If the latter option is true, she will more than likely act like you're crazy to think she has been leading you on. You're not. She is giving the signs. It's just her intentions that we don't know. Even if she does like you, things could still go wrong down the line. So just make sure you have a backup place to live before you do anything. If you risk being homeless, then keep to yourself until you move out. The right answer is do nothing while you're living together. But sometimes you gotta learn the hard way. And freshman year of college is the perfect place for that. I say if the mood is right, make a move. But be prepared for things to get messy. I would wait for her to make a move. Or wait until after the end of freshman year. Being roommates. To say, do anything. If she doesn't feel the same, that will make an awkward living situation. Oh my god, you useless lesbian. This is adorable. Just talk to her. I'm being honest, I know it's a weird conversation to start out of the blue. But ask her who she's attracted to and if she likes girls. Or if she's dating anyone at the moment. Also think over how good your friendship is. Really. Because confessing to people you're stuck living with can get awkward and messy if they don't feel the same. Or, should you ever date, if you two break up and still live in the same dorm, there will be a lot of hurt feelings if you don't part on good terms. Take care of yourself and of her. It'll be okay. Just communicate. quick question. Are you sure you're not already dating? Wait until you have a solid exit plan if things don't work out. When you have that figured out, have an honest convo about your feelings and go from there. My sister is married to her college roommate. Tell her you have a crush. Let her know that if that makes her uncomfortable, you're happy to find another living situation. No, you're not thinking too much. I don't really think that she'd want to get the beds together if you were meant to be just beefs. Go for it. Talk to her. Tell her how you feel. If you get along so well, as you've described, then even if you're wrong, things will stay pretty good. And there shouldn't be any awkwardness. Communication is one of, if not, the most important keys in a relationship, whatever type it may be. Sounds super gay to me too. But I wouldn't date a roommate. It's hard enough as friends when you get to midterms and finals.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.